You want to make money. You want to be rich. What kind of car you want? You want a Rolls Royce? I want the Lamborghini truck. My brother said he want the new Tesla. Well, tell me, how are you going to get what you want if you can't make shit happen? How you going to get what you want if you can't make shit happen, man? So my girl orders this book by Sean Whalen. We gotta figure out how to say bro name. Can't disrespect bro. And the title of it is How to Make Shit Happen. I think that's one of the best names that you can name a book, for real. And that's a lot of people's problem. When it comes to business, when it comes to having a dream, everybody got a dream, but everybody can't make shit happen. What's that about? You want to know what it's about? Well, I'm happy that you're here. This is the first episode of Armand's Book Club. Somebody could tell you something all day long, but the best way to be successful at something is actually reading. So that's what we're going to do. Every day we're going to read a chapter of a book that could turn you into a more successful entrepreneur, and that can help you make more money at the end of the day. Because that's what it's all about. Just being one of them wealthy guys, one of them 6-figure, 7-figure. At the end of the day, it's just about reading. And what I see, like, growing up, I'm young. I just turned 26. And what I seen growing up my whole life is people that look like me don't like reading. I even hate reading, to keep it a bean with you. Like, nobody really likes reading. But I figure if I read with my followers and if I read on camera, it'll not only motivate me to read, but it'll motivate people to learn with me. So this is what we're going to do. Is Armand's first episode of the book club. And we reading How to Make Shit Happen by Sean Whalen. And that's what we're going to do. Each and every day, we're going to start making more and more shit happen. Every day, if you're a boss, you're a worker, it don't matter what you are. Your goal when you come out that house to get ready to make that money is to make shit happen. So the front of the cover says, make more money, get in better shape, create epic relationships, control your life, and do it now. How you do one thing is how you do all things. I think my big brother used to tell me that. My mom used to tell me that. He used to come in my room. My room was dirty as shit. And they was just like, this is going to be a reflection on how you carry a lot of different things in your life. So you got to clean your room if you want some kind of success throughout the day. Because this dirty ass room is going to lead to other things not looking so good for you. So is your daily life chaotic and out of control? Do you struggle with work-life balance? Does it feel like there are enough hours in the day to accomplish all your goals? Does it feel like no matter how hard you try, it's never good enough? Are you looking for a simple yet executable roadmap to create the life you always wanted? If you answer yes to any of these questions, then you need How to Make Shit Happen. Make sure y'all read the back of these books, man. We read every part of the books. You think he wrote this for nothing? We read every part of these books, man. Even the back of the book is fire. Sean Whalen is a father, entrepreneur, public speaker, podcaster, business coach, and the founder of Lions Not Sheep. Sean's viral social media posts have been engaged with over 600 million times, and he speaks at business and marketing events with the likes of Gary Vaynerchuk, sharing his story of success, divorce, suicide, and how telling the truth both personally and in business not only saved his life but gave him the opportunity to build a globally recognized company. Sean coaches and advises CEOs, business owners, and entrepreneurs on scaling their business, growing a tribe on social media, and how establishing a work-home life balance will significantly boost the bottom line. Sean is a hunter, gun enthusiast, cigar connoisseur, and when not racing his off-road truck or riding his horses, he could be found snuggling and playing games with his 3 kids at home in Utah. Man's man, alpha male shit. Like, yeah, this is what you need to be. If you a man, yeah, all that. Gun enthusiast, yeah, we need guns. Cigar connoisseur, you a boss and you got your muscles coming out the dicky like your boy and all that. You going to have to be smoking cigars outside the club sooner or later. And you need a truck. We all need a truck. You if you in the gym, you strat, you got cigars. Next step is a big ass truck with the lift kit. The lift kit is going for $3,000. The lift kits cost more than cars sometimes. So yeah, get the lift kit so that motherfucker sit high. And he rides horses too, you know. So I hope my man owns some polo, because if you ride horses, you gotta have a big horse polo in the closet. And he has 3 kids and he plays the game. I'm a big cod bull, so how to make shit happen, make more money, get in better shape, create epic relationships, and control your life. This book is dedicated to my mom, the most faithful, selfless, inspired, and loving woman I know. You are my hero, mama. Hey, I love you, mom. This reminds me of you. Thank you for all the times you looked out for me when nobody else would. Even if you didn't feel like you always showed me love and you always looked out for me. So I appreciate you, mom. All right. So let's get into it. True potential is treasure. Core 4 is the map by Corey Cooley. The foreword. I never saw a book that started off with something called foreword, but let's see what it's heading for. Life ain't easy. Nothing about it is. Whoever tells you to just hope or to think positive thoughts and things will work out, I can guarantee hasn't accomplished shit. Oh my gosh. You know how many people is going to tell you it's all going to be all right? No, it's not going to be all right, bro. It's going to be fucked up. Like, it's really going to stay fucked up because something fucked up with me, you know. And like, when conversations don't get that deep, then you're pretty much fucked. You know, you got somebody saying everything's going to be all right. Well, it's not going to be all right if you stay the same. Around every corner, we see and hear 1,000 successful people selling every way to get rich quick or fix your problems overnight. But where do we hear get rich for sure or fix your problems for sure? Nowhere except from a select few. Why? Because selling hard-ass work for a long-ass time is not as profitable a venture as selling fast cash and overnight success. That's a fact. It's a lot to get rich quick, or if you read this, it'll make you a better this and a better that. But at the end of the day, you need hard work. And people can't necessarily teach you how to work hard. They can give you motivation too, but you can't teach hard work. Life takes work. Business takes work. Marriage takes work. Being in shape takes work. And most days it takes a fucking ton of work. Hard work. When Sean and I met on social media, I knew he believed and understood this. I saw him with his kids. I saw him with his business and clients. I knew this guy got it the way I got it. After me and him, hanging out with him, shooting guns with him, and having our share of whiskeys together, I knew Sean not only believed what he preached, but he fucking lived it. In the world of talkers, Sean is a doer. In the world of sensitive flowers who want things handed to him, Sean is stepping up and doing the work. This book is simple. The message is simple. That's why I like it. There's no bullshit here. If you do the things in this book, you will make shit happen. I'm not saying you will make millions overnight, but this book is a recipe for success in any area of life. It will take a lot of work on your part, daily commitment to daily action, rituals, and work every single day. How is that a bad thing? That's the fun part. The part you'll look back on in 20 years and be proud of. I went from sleeping on a piss-stained mattress, as we all did for Roden Jones, pissy as shit, in the back of my first supplement store to driving Lamborghinis and doing whatever the fuck I want, when I want, who I want. I did it by working my ass off and building habits of success. I did it by doing exactly what Sean talks about in this book. Working hard, but working smart. Doing simple shit every day. Not trying to hit a home run every time. I did it by creating a plan, writing that shit down, being a good person, asking lots of questions, learning from my mistakes, surrounding myself with great people, exiting relationships that no longer align with me, taking care of my body and my relationships, and working my fucking ass off. Do the shit in the book. Yo, he talk crazy. He talk crazy, Joe. He never read no book like this nigga. He great. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when your dog tells you to, or when shit gets easier, or you when you have more time, because that'll never happen. What you do today, what you eat today, how you train today, the investments you make in yourself today will all shape the person you are tomorrow, next week, next year, and for the rest of your life. Use this tool or don't. The world needs fry cooks too. That basically means a lot of people want to be the restaurant owner, but we still need cooks too. You feel me? So like, if you're not cut for it, some people just not cut for it. You know when you're not cut for it. You know, like, and if you can't change yourself, then sometimes you just gotta be the best fry cook out there. But I saw a picture on my Instagram the other day. It said, what you did last year is the reason that you have this life today. You feel me? So this is really like, your next year is about today. And a lot of people don't take their today serious. You don't make changes in your life that can affect your next year drastically. Most of the time, people have the same schedule every day, do the same thing every day, which will lead to having the same lifestyle next year. After me and them hanging out with them, shooting guns with them, I read that shit already. Introduction. I was juggling bowling balls, alright? I remember not too long before I burned my entire business, marriage, and life to the ground, feeling like I was juggling bowling balls, feeling like I was doing everything I could just to keep my head above water, to keep the wife and the kids happy, and to keep my 170 plus employees excited and motivated to keep making millions. I remember waking up day after day, looking in the mirror saying, okay, motherfucker, make today your bitch. Sure, I listened to all the rah-rah stuff online. I listened to the motivational talks. I bought planners and cool apps to keep me organized. I had personal assistants, a personal admin for my business, managers for the managers. But every day was chaos. I felt like I was working 100 hours a day, but never really getting ahead. Yeah, we were making a ton of money, and on the surface, everything was kosher. But behind the scenes, there were some serious problems. I had some serious fucking problems. I had built this life, business, and family, but it was absolute chaos. And if you make money, like if you got a job and you make a lot of money and you got kids and a girl, it's the same way. Like you work your ass off, you make all this money, and you end up in chaos. And I just think it's just like we're just working hard. Like I've been seeing a lot, like this guy, Sleepers for Suckers. He said I always thought working hard was the shit until I started working smart. I always thought grinding hard was like, yeah, I'm the man, I'm this, I'm that. But when I started working smart, I was like, damn, I was a dickhead. Like, why would I work hard when you could just work smart and make 100 times more money than when you were working hard? Imagine putting your head in the blender and turning it on. It was kind of like that. I had all the shit you were supposed to have as a successful entrepreneur. But as the saying goes, I was burning the candle at both ends. I take the family to Disneyland, but I'd be on my BlackBerry, old school, I know, the entire time. I'd be at the office, put in a 20-hour day, but would still feel like I wasn't getting ahead and need to be home or with the kids. I had vacations, a ski boat, cars, and all the other crap that cost tens of thousands of dollars each month. Chaos in caps lock. And a better lifestyle than most of us workers, but then it's still chaos for them, the same way it's chaos for us. So sometimes you imagine getting on the next level and having a life full of freedom just because the next level will give you more success, but it can still be chaotic if you don't have a balance between everything you do and some kind of organization to escape chaos. That is the best way for me to describe my life back then. It was easy to bullshit everyone around you with 4 cars and a Rolex, but my life was fucking chaos. I had all these people in my life that I was working for and providing for, but at the end of it all, something was very wrong. I show up at the office and would bounce from thing to thing, meeting to meeting, and have a dozen of my employees come and yapping with me all before lunch. Some of this stuff was planned. Most of it wasn't. My wife knew I wasn't home for dinner at 5 p.m. kind of guy, but I was a business owner. I was an entrepreneur. What were we doing back then? Was hustling 20 hours a day for a few years to set up the rest of our lives. Work hard now so we can have all the fun and enjoy all the money later. Retiring at 30 was the goal. $150,000 a month of passive income was the goal. We were on our way when one day it happened. Chaos won. I fucking lost it. I was losing millions in bankruptcy because the real estate market crash of 2008 kicked my ass. But at the same time, I was making tons of money flipping tax deeds and foreclosed homes. The REO market was on fire, and I was crushing it. I was in the office hustling. I was traveling the country, growing a business. I was home when I could be home. And I was eating lunch only if I was taking a client. Oh, and in between all that cool shit, I was dealing with attorneys and creditors during a very humiliating multi-million-dollar bankruptcy. That is salty as shit. All of this finally took its toll. I quit juggling the bowling balls and I walked away from it all. If I was juggling bowling balls, I'll have a fucking anxiety attack. Cause it's gonna like fall on my foot and shit. No more business, no more family, no more magazine covers. One day I met my business partner for breakfast and I handed him a single sheet of paper. On that paper, it simply stated I was turning all my interests in this multi-million-dollar company over to him and taking nothing in return. I walked away with nothing. My wife and I divorced. He lost his girl. Oh, fuck no. You can take my money, but if you take my girl, like, bro, you know, shit. If I ever text you before, bro, you know how I feel about my girl. I'm cool. I shut her down emotionally. Damn, you fucked up the relationship. That's sad. I got rid of all this shit, left a 8,500 square foot house. God damn. This nigga was living in goddamn Acme and turned my entire world off. Midlife crisis, mental breakdown, call it whatever the fuck you want. I simply quit playing the game. I quit juggling the bowling balls. I shut down emotionally, spiritually, and physically, and walked away from it all. The weight of everything just took its toll. The life and success I had built, the success I had by the world's standards became too fucking heavy, and juggling everything and everyone, all the blah, 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 blah shit came to an end. I had officially burnt out. I know the feeling, bro. I be burnt out every day. I'm really just in the house working on my content because I'm actually burnt out from reality and I refuse to go outside. A lot of people went through the same shit in 2008. Almost fucking 99% of the world or America. Lots, I can't read, I'm a dickhead. Lots of my buddies and business partners lost it all. Many of them ended up divorced and broke. Many of them to this day, years and years later, still blame that time for why their life is shitty. I had my own personal pity party. I buried my head in the sand, more like stuck it up my ass. I'm sorry guys, no homo. I was very angry. I blamed everyone. Yeah, I would too. I still blame everybody for all the bad things in my life. Fuck everybody, it's your fault, not mine. I hated and blamed my ex-wife for not supporting me. Yeah, I would have did the same thing. I blame my business partner for not helping me anymore. I blamed my friends for walking away from me when shit got hard. I was angry. So angry that one night after drinking, spewing my bullshit, trying to call my ex-wife only to be hung up on, not surprised, I put a 9mm in my mouth. Wow. Probably after some whiskey, I could see that. I laid on my bed with tears streaming down my face, trying to rationalize with myself how it would be better for me and my 3 young kids to grow up without their wrecking ball of a father. I had an angel on one shoulder saying I couldn't do it because I was a good guy. I'm just going through a rough spot. I had a different angel on the other shoulder telling me I was a piece of shit who had ruined all my employees' lives, destroyed a perfectly good marriage. And I was never going to amount to anything other than a pile of useless shit because I lost millions and burned so many bridges. I'll never forget the taste of gunpowder and oil. I pray you never experience this. I pray you never taste that taste. After a night that took me down the deepest, most terrifying and painful rabbit hole of darkness, I woke up the next morning with a pistol a few inches from my head, a bottle of whiskey on a nightstand, and a pit in my stomach. I knew I could not keep going in this direction. This book is fire, man. Shout out to the book club. This is crazy. I was fucking killing myself. I knew that me banging my head against the wall over and over with all this anger was simply insane and never going to give me good results. I knew bullshitting and lying about how I was good every time people asked was not sustainable. I knew that the pain and frustration were not going to help me accomplish anything. I knew if I kept going this way one night, that gun was going to go off. So I did the hardest thing I ever done. I did the thing that an alpha male such as myself never does. I did the thing I had never done before. I reached out for help. One of my friends who had gone through a similar situation as mine had hired a coach, and I watched him start to change. He went through a weekend-long men program with a few other guys where they did a bunch of physical shit and at the same time started opening up about their fears and lies, etc. All the soft girly shit real men never do, or so I thought. I noticed him changing though. He had lost a lot of money and ended up divorcing as well, but as I watched him over a month or so, I saw him start to change. So I went to his office one day and I asked him, "What were you doing?" "I'm reading books and meditating in the morning," he said. "Come on, bro, meditating. That's hippie bullshit. What are you really doing?" "I'm serious," he said. "I'm putting myself first, organizing my time and taking control of my life." To make a long story short, I bought in. What was the worst thing that could happen? I learned to meditate and read some new books that couldn't be bad. I thought, shit, nothing I was doing had been working anyway. So I went all in. And I attended the same weekend retreat he did. It was a group of other fuck-ups, just like me. Guys who burnt their lives to the ground. Guys struggling with insecurity, guilt, shame, etc. Guys who said I'm good when inside they were screaming out for help. It's funny how we all think we are islands. I believe no one could possibly know how bad I hurt, how bad the divorce was, how hard it was to make money or be present for my kids. The experience taught me principles I had never heard before, principles that had been passed down through generations and written about in books like The War of Art and The Way of the Superior Man. I heard about that book too. It had a lot of good reviews and a lot of recommendations from people. Participating in the retreat with these men, hiring a coach, and finally acknowledging that I did not know it all led me on a journey of self-discovery that has radically changed my life for the better. I think the biggest step for me was saying something that has helped me create a lot of success. I know what I don't know. I knew what I knew, but I finally admitted that I knew there was so much I did not know. So I began practicing all the stuff I learned. I began meditating. I structured my day. I had a plan for my day that worked with no chaos. I'd never experienced this before. The ability to control my mind, my time, and my schedule, and most of all, my life. It was so radically different than anything I've ever experienced, but there's something that I cannot deny about all of it. It worked. It was getting results. My mind was clear. I started making more money. My relationships were becoming real. And I felt good. So, my friends, why I have decided to write this book. Over the last 3 years, I've had a Facebook videos and posts like shared and commented on over 500 million times. One night I shared a Facebook post in 2015 and I did something I had not done before on social media. I told the truth. And that post went viral. Tens of millions of likes and shares just on that one post. It launched me into the public eye, and I discovered that the more I told my story and the truth behind me, the more this tribe of people grew. Since then, I have launched multiple businesses, including a global coaching and consulting company called Lions Not Sheep, where I help people and businesses do one specific thing, get huge results. I coach thousands of low battery percentage. They try to knock me off the shit. I coached thousands of people. I've spoken in front of thousands of people. I shared the stage with the likes of Gary Vaynerchuk. And most importantly, I've had the opportunity to help thousands of men and women strengthen their marriages, make more money, get in better shape, and create the life they want. Yeah, the guy who put a gun in his mouth because he couldn't figure out how to get control was now teaching people how to control their lives. So why listen to what I have to say here in this book? Why listen to anything I have to say at all? Because I fucking did it. I don't have every answer. What I do have is real life experience with suicide, depression, business bankruptcy, making millions, losing millions, building a business from scratch, divorce, lawyers and courts, rebuilding with my ex, being a father, owning multiple companies while being a good dad, and a whole bunch of other fun and crazy shit. I've done all this coaching and teaching around one single principle I learned from my coaches, and which I have practiced and mastered through my own personal journey. A tool which has helped me accomplish not only all that cool stuff I just mentioned, but has helped me build an amazing relationship and friendship with my ex-wife. A tool that has helped me become better, more of a connected father, and most of all has helped me build a life where I'm in control. I control my day, I control my finances, I control my body and fitness. I learned how to get exactly what I want in all the areas of my life. In the following chapters, I'm going to share with you the greatest lesson I've ever learned and developed. The one thing I now do that has saved my life, made me more money, and helped me get into the best shape of my life. And it made me capable of building lasting and powerful relationships. I'm on a journey just like you, and I believe in teaching from experience, not theory. There is no theory in this book. I only share exact and specific lessons I've learned from exact and specific actions I've taken. If I have not done it, I don't tell you to try it. From the gun in my mouth to speaking in front of thousands, from chaos and bankruptcy to helping CEOs and business owners make more money while working less. This has been my journey, and this is the single greatest lesson I've learned. Sean. Yeah, I got the chills, bro. Like, one thing that we struggle with as content creators is showing who we really are. We all got to put up a kind of front, like, to get around. You know, like an outfit for the day, and that outfit kind of hides who we really are, the skin that we're really in. So this basically showed you whatever you went through that you feel like you would never want people to know. You don't want to tell the world these experiences that you had that were so on the opposite side of the spectrum compared to the average person, that you don't want to really reveal it. These unique experiences of suicide, depression, homelessness, abandonment, and traumatic times bring your tribe. So the people that you're looking for, you can't necessarily get them just by doing what you want to do. You got to reveal who you are and your story. The unique story that you probably only tell your girl or you only tell your parents about is something that you have to tell the world in certain cases for an entrepreneur and a content creator. And that's what I got from the book. Chills is crazy, bro, because at the end of the day, he didn't come here to shine. He came here to really show you his darkness, and that allowed him to shine, and it brought the light to him. This is the first episode of Armand Invests in his book club, or should I say, this is the first episode of the book club series, and we have Sean Whalen, Sean Whalen, Sean Styling and Profiling. I don't know how to say his last name. I gotta look at an interview where he says it because I don't want to butcher it. But hey, man, the number one problem that you have, if you're not a millionaire or a billionaire, but you got a dream that's worth $1,000,000 or $1 billion, is you don't know how to make shit happen. So this is chapter 1 on how to make shit happen. And that's what we're going to learn how to do. We're going to learn how to make shit happen.
I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.